Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I'm going to give you guys my recap to the Knicks' victory over the San Antonio Spurs the day after the New York Knicks clinched the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. We go back home after the brutal West Coast trip that we go 3-3 on, and we go back to the Garden, defend home court, and get the W over the San Antonio Spurs, led by Julius Randle. Alec Burks going off in his return after his sprained ankle injury. RJ Barrett having a bounce-back game. An overall great team effort from the New York Knicks. I'm super excited to get into this recap video. You guys can hear my voice is a little raspy. I was going crazy throughout the entire game, screaming. But hey, you know I'm going to be creating this recap video because I'm amped up. Before we hop into this video, I just want to mention, if you guys are new to Knicks Media, do not forget to smash that subscribe button. If you guys want to check me out over on Instagram and Twitter, you guys know where to find me at nyknicks_media. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please don't forget to thumbs it up. With that being said, let's jump right in. So where do we start? The New York Knicks. What's our record right now? 39-31? Hello? The New York Knicks are back. We here. Are you kidding me? I'm at a loss for words. It's still mind blown. Seeing the overall Knicks fans and all of us celebrating last night when the Boston Celtics lost and we clinched the playoffs. It was such a great experience as Knicks fans, going all over the place on social media, Twitter, Instagram, seeing everybody just so excited that we are back. Seeing the players go out there and, tweet. Julius Randle said, hey, New York, we here. We're not done yet. Check this off the list. We're in the playoffs. Emmanuel quickly going crazy. Everybody is just so happy, but at the same time, the job's not finished in the minds of the New York Knicks team. And us as fans, we know that as well. But I love that the day after that we clinched the playoffs, at least we can get is a 6th seed, but the win tonight helps us potentially still get that 4th seed. Unfortunately, the Hawks and the Heat did win tonight, but hey, we'll find out. We're going up against the Hornets and the Celtics to finish off the year at the Garden Saturday and Sunday. Both games are at 1 o'clock. So let's get right into this game. It started off very low scoring. The first quarter, it was nuts. Both teams cannot get anything to fall. The Spurs and the Knicks were literally missing every single shot, it felt like. It was such a low scoring first quarter. And then the second quarter picked up. Julius Randle carried us in the first quarter. Nobody else was doing anything. Second quarter, Alec Burks stole the show. And it was another, low scoring performance for both sides. And then the third quarter, the Knicks completely fell apart in the beginning of that third quarter. The Spurs went on a crazy run. We were down by 16 points. And I'm like, all right, Knicks, how are we going to get back? Because I know this is not the same old Knicks. When we were down by that much, I knew that we're going to get back in it. Eventually, it's just a matter of how. And the Spurs, I think they were 13 of 13 or 12 of 12 to start off the third quarter. I was mind blown. I'm like, yo, what is happening? I was getting really frustrated. I'm not going to lie. And nothing was going our way. But then what happens? The Knicks go on a 21-2 run in 5 minutes of play to get the lead. And then from then, it was just cruise control. And then it got really tight at the end of the game. And big shot after big shot. RJ Barrett took over the game in the fourth quarter. Alec Burks took over the game, hitting clutch shot after clutch shot. This was just such a great win for the New York Knicks. Alec Burks finished with 30 points and 10 boards in his first game back after injury. This was such a big part because Derrick Rose did not play tonight due to a sprained ankle. And I'm okay with that. I'd rather Derrick Rose get some rest because we're in the playoffs. We don't really have that much to play for other than getting a home court advantage. But hey, I'd rather D-Rose take some rest and, make sure his body is ready for the playoffs. And it's good timing that Alec Burks came back because he just basically took all of D-Rose's minutes because he played the point guard position in the fourth quarter and he went off. 30 points, was going crazy from downtown, 5 of 10 from 3, a block shot, 11 for 20 from the field. He was finishing with his left hand at the rim, reverse layups. Alec Burks was doing so many great things for us, and that's a huge part to this team that I feel like we forgot about since he's been injured. There's so many different pieces to this Knicks team that we can get excited about. Every other night, somebody else goes off the bench, whether it's D-Rose, whether it's Emmanuel quickly sometimes. It wasn't tonight for IQ, but you know what I'm saying. Other games he blows up. It could be Reggie Bullock's night. There's so many different players on this team that we can look forward to potentially just go off. So let's get into the individual performances, starting with Julius Randle. Julius Randle started the game off on fire in the first quarter, and then he kind of lost his rhythm offensively, but then in the fourth quarter, what does he do? He shows up with less than 2 minutes to hit the clutch bucket. Julius Randle finished with 25 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds, 7 of 21 from the field, 1 of 5 from downtown, and 1 steal. So another thing that's insane, 44 minutes of action for Julius Randle. So he only had 4 minutes of rest. We know Thibodeau by now. Julius Randle leads the entire league in minutes, so he only missed 1 game this year, so I'm not complaining. It looks like he's in complete shape, but I definitely don't want to see Randle put up that much minutes in the back-to-back leading into the playoffs, even though I know we have a really good amount of time of us to rest because we're avoiding the play-in tournament. So, hey, we'll see. But Julius Randle tonight, what does he show us? He shows us the passion, the will to win, the grit, the mentality of a player that understands what you need to do to win ball games, and that's show up in the clutch moments. There's so many players out there that's considered really good, great players, but they crumble when it matters most in the clutch. That's not Julius Randle. If he's struggling in a couple quarters, when there's 2 minutes left to go, he hits the buckets when it matters the most. And for Julius Randle to almost have a near triple-double with 9 assists and 9 rebounds and to put up 25 points, it just shows you his consistency. It shows you how great of a player he really is, getting his teammates involved. I mean, you guys know how great Julius is. It was also a great moment to begin the game with. Julius Randle was out there with the Knicks executives, Leon Rose, Worldwide West, and Scott Perry, and Julius' son, presenting the Player of the Month award. It was just a really surreal moment. I got a little emotional, not gonna lie. I was like, wow, like these 3 guys, the front office of Leon, Worldwide West, and Scott Perry, they believe in Julius. They're the ones that told him, you are our guy. We have the confidence of you to be the head of the snake. And then you see Julius holding up that trophy, and you just feel the moment. And the next time he holds up a trophy, it's going to be most improved player because he's guaranteed going to win that. He's not going to win MVP this year, but he's going to get MVP votes, and you never know. He could be an MVP in the future because he's only 26 years old, and he's only going to get better. His mentality is on another level. Every single podcast I hear from Julius Randle, it just reminds me how much of a crazy work ethic he has and how much room to grow he even has as a basketball player. So now let's get into RJ Barrett because he had a very interesting game. RJ Barrett is coming off a very poor performance against the LA Lakers, and this is the best part about RJ Barrett's game. His ability to bounce back, deal with adversity, not get too down on himself, and he started the game off rough. I think he started 2 of 9 from the field, and he just keeps going. He has that confidence. That's why even last game, there were still some people crapping on RJ, saying, see, he sucks, he doesn't show up in big moments, and this and that. I'm like, he's going to have bad games. It's part of the game of basketball. For a 20-year-old, you can't expect him to be perfect every night. And this was a perfect example of his ability to bounce back. He honestly was a huge reason of the spark to ignite the comeback for the New York Knicks late in that third quarter. RJ Barrett finished with 24 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 8 of 19 from the field, 5 of 9 from the three-point land, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, and 1 steal, a plus-minus of a +5. So that just tells you that RJ Barrett can do it all when he's clicking. I know that recently he's been missing those shots at the rim. We want to see him absorb contact and finish through that contact like we're used to, but I'm okay with it because he's getting aggressive. He's still going to the rim. He's putting up those shots. He's still shooting the ball downtown very efficiently. He was 0 for 7 from downtown against the Lakers. He bounces back with 5 made three-pointers, shooting over 50%. That just tells you the relentless work ethic, the mentality he has at such a young age. It really is insane. RJ was a big reason why we won this game tonight. Now let's get into Alec Burks. I know I talked about him earlier, but he needs more talk about because this man went off, hitting clutch bucket after clutch bucket. This guy is going to be a big reason for our playoff push if he stays healthy, which I think he will. 34 minutes, 30 points, 10 boards. I know I went over his stats already, but I'm just still mind blown that Alec Burks comes back and does this well, this quickly. So shout out to Alec Burks. You have been the most consistent player off our bench all year outside of Derrick Rose. We haven't had Rose all year, obviously, because we traded for him. But Burks has been such a pivotal moment to the squad. Now let's get into other players. Those are the really top 3 guys that made a big impact. Everybody else did a little thing like, Reggie Bullock. He didn't have his usual crazy performance from downtown. He finished with 8 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 of 9 from the field, and 3 steals. So there you go. Reggie struggled from downtown. He shot 2 of 8, but 3 steals. So Reggie Bullock is a 3-and-D type of player. If he can't shoot the ball tonight, he's going to give you relentless defense, and that's exactly what he did. 3 steals for Reggie Bullock. Nerlens Noel and Taj Gibson, they continue to thrive, defending the rim, crashing the boards, and doing their thing. Nerlens Noel had 26 minutes of action, 6 points, 5 boards, 2 blocks, and a steal. Taj Gibson had 21 minutes with 6 points, 9 boards, an assist, 4 blocks and a steal. Taj Gibson is so good off the bench. Nerlens Noel and Taj are just such a great 1-2 punch when it comes to big man. Hopefully we can get Mitchell Robinson healthy for the playoffs, because then we're really going to be crashing the boards, and we'll see some more alley-oops and all that great stuff. Other than that, man, Frank Ntilikina came in for only 6 minutes, and he showed me a lot. I know he only played 6 minutes, but I really hope we can get more minutes from Frank. I don't know how he's going to find minutes when everybody gets healthy, when Rose is out there, Burks is healthy, and all these guys. I don't see Frank getting minutes, but he's been impressive to me. The game against the Lakers, and tonight in only 6 minutes of action, he had 3 points and a rebound, 1 block shot, and a 3-pointer. So obviously, that's a very small sample size, but I love the defensive effort from Frank. And the reason why I'm saying I wish Frank Ntilikina can take away Elfrid Payton's minutes, because Elfrid, again, had a terrible night tonight. Absolutely terrible. He logged 12 minutes, 0 points, and 0 for 4 from the field, a plus-minus of a -11. So Elfrid Payton as a starter, I don't get it. I understand that Thibodeau likes his ability to put pressure on the rim and play defense, but that's exactly what Frank can do. Frank Ntilikina is just as good as a perimeter defender as Elfrid Payton. I don't know. Frank definitely has the better shot than Elfrid. Maybe Elfrid's better at attacking the rim, and that's why Thibodeau loves him, because Frank's not somebody that can penetrate the paint and, absorb contact and finish. That's not Frank's game. So maybe that's why Thibodeau likes Elfrid Payton in the starting lineup. It's going to be interesting to see, but that tells you that Tibbs makes adjustments, and he realized Elfrid's not on tonight, and he only played 12 minutes. So he's not like Elfrid starting the game and playing every single minute. That's a really good thing. Just because Elfrid's starting, it's not the end of the world, even though I noticed that we don't get off the hot starts in the first quarter or in the beginning of the third quarter, because that's when Elfrid's on the court. But, man, we'll see what the adjustment will be in the playoffs. Emmanuel Quickley also returned tonight. He did not have a great return. He was a little rusty. 11 minutes, 0 for 4 from the field. And Obi Toppin only had 3 minutes of action as well and did not do anything in those 3 minutes. So, guys, that's it for the recap video. Overall, this was a great performance from the New York Knicks. It was a must-win in terms of trying to get that 4th seed. We want to have momentum going into the playoffs. We're going up against a Charlotte Hornets team that is looking to get a good seeding in the play-in tournament. And then we're going up against a struggling Boston Celtics team to end the season. So this is going to be a crazy ending to the year. I'm so thankful to have you guys tuning into all my videos, and the Knicks are back in the playoffs. New York, we here. I appreciate all the support on Knicks Media. It really does mean the world to me. If you guys stayed into the end of the video, comment down below a Statue of Liberty emoji. And also, if you guys did not already, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It means a lot. Please comment down below your thoughts of this game, because it was a lot of fun. Playoffs is going to be insane. I'm so excited to cover the Knicks all throughout the playoffs. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Let's go Knicks! New York, we here! Peace out.